Beautiful. Oh, that's what we want. Alright. Alright, my dear friends. Welcome to Swansong GM turn number 14, the single most tweeted at me thing ever. Hey Adam, when's the Swansong GM turn gonna be? Hey Adam, when's that Swansong GM turn gonna be? When are you gonna do that Swansong GM turn? The answer is right now. But really the answer is, what we do for the Swansong GM turn is, basically every month of in-game time, or every time they complete a mission, so mostly every month of in-game time, we do a GM turn, which is what's been happening in the Swansong universe, what's going on in Asgard Sigma when we're not focused directly on the players, which we so often are. So what we're gonna do today, and I'm telling you this because I love you and because I don't want you to be emotionally damaged by what's about to happen, we are gonna spoil the shit out of Swansong. So if you're not caught up, well, you're gonna get spoiled. They may be minor. They're probably gonna be broad spoilers, like here comes the first one. Mr. Titan is dead, and Mr. Sicarian is part of the head organization of the Photonhour Society. Spoilers. They're gonna be like big ones like that. They might have like effect on the smaller scale stuff, like, oh, Mr. Titan died and Mr. Sicarian's still alive. But the point here is that if you're worried about spoilers, this might not be the show to watch live. If that's the case, you can see it on my YouTube channel. Links down below. Thanks for coming for now. See you later. For everyone else, though, there's spreadsheets. This is my one space, my dear space, sweet space, that I can spoil things that haven't even happened yet. I can get real with spoilers. I can talk about my plans for the sector. I can talk about meanings of certain things in the game. We can assess and discuss what it means when Peony is having weird visions. I try not to spoil anything that's not directly related to what's going on in the game by way of the factions. Like, I'm not going to be like, well, you know, I've been thinking about these sort of things happening, but that might come up. So anyway, warnings aside, Swansong GM turn. This is number 14. This is the February turn. Oh, we have a little game that we play here at the Swansong GM turn. I have 4 tabs open. I have the faction turns, where I record what each faction is doing on their turn. I have the faction and asset tracker. This is where I keep track of all the different assets, what the faction's goals are, all that information, and all the tables of asset costs and stuff. I also have the map for Asgard Sigma. And if I ever go looking for a tab and wander all the way through, you take a drink. If you want to. You don't have to play that game. It's just something that I've noticed I do a lot, where I'm like, oh, let me just tab over to that. There it is. And people tease me about it, so, yeah. Let's get started, shall we? So there are currently, let me review my factions for you. There are currently, I think, 13 active factions. 13 active factions in the Swansong universe. Some we've seen lots of, some we barely know anything about. We'll talk a little bit about them and their current state of affairs. So, Richardson Scientific, these brave scientists, Richardson Scientific, they were the first mission the Swansong ever had, basically. They gave them a mission to sneak something off Andoni. Now, in the months that we've had passed, so we're in turn 14. This is February. In the months past, we've seen a lot of stuff to do with Andoni, and maybe we're starting to wonder, if we didn't already, what was the package that Randy paid so dearly for? What was it that they delivered to Richardson Scientific? Why is a seemingly small scientific organization so tied to so much important stuff? Right? Mining on Andoni, they had a special deal where they were grabbing crap off of the surface by way of some smugglers. They they have this space station we just saw recently that was directly in the path of the Warmind. Why? What is the connection? Where is that from? I know what it is. I have some ideas, but Richardson is like, they're sneaky. They've been around forever. You notice, like, they mostly just make credits and research stuff. And they've been buying, they bought surveyors on Andoni. They've been kind of building up their presence on Andoni proper, now that Andoni's kind of a blasted wasteland. Honestly, what happened on Andoni has really been great for a lot of factions in terms of, like, clearing up the previously very restrictive government. So, that's something that we want to kind of keep an eye on. So it's Richardson Scientific. Obviously, the Purity Initiative is a big part of this arc. I usually choose 2 or 3 factions to focus on in an arc. So, like, the last faction was kind of the Madari Syndicate and Photonhauer, and to an earlier degree, Anitza Libre. Purity Initiative is going to be a big one this arc. The Hovaden Caliphate, which we've seen, they're going to be big, and the High Beam Pirates are going to be big this time around. So keep an eye out for them. Purity Initiative, they're all about burning the drugs, destroying the robots, killing the cyborgs, purifying the galaxy for humans. So they're going to be a big deal. They're around. They're kind of locked in a war with the Mandarinate. With the Mandarinate and really Madari Syndicate and a bunch of other people too. They don't really like anybody. They're all kind of a bunch of jerks. Photonhauer. Photonhauer, I've turned over narrative, if not moment-to-moment control of the Photonhauer Society to Jeff, who I'm sure you just, if you're tuning to this live, I'm sure you just saw kicking butt as Spec Person the Third. So I emailed Jeff and a certain other player, we'll talk about in a second, and I said, okay, here's the deal with Photonhauer. What do you want us to do? Sir, what are your orders? So everything that I do for Photonhauer and everything that I do for the Republic of Cabral is going to be influenced by some questions that were answered by Jeff and Steven for me. So, yeah. So that's going to be happening with Photonhauer. Photonhauer, of course, a bunch of, like, badass mercenaries. They have been locked in a big battle with the High Beam and with killing the crap out of Oninza Libre, helping the Purity Initiative seize control of Oninza. And all that is about to change very dramatically. The Republic itself, the Republic of Cabral, they're a bunch of sort of futuristic neo-Catholic AI. They don't worship necessarily an AI, but they're AI that are a part of their spiritual practices. That God has put the AI in the sector for them to retrieve, protect, and follow. And they now have a new they have a new demagogue. Basically, they have a new guidance in their order. The Prophet Trudeau has been raised by Le Fantôme to a position of power. So I've asked Monsieur Trudeau what he wants us to do with Republic of Cabral, and he has told me his orders, and I will follow them to the best of my ability. Oninza Libre, the faction that would never die. They have been around for way fucking longer than they deserve, right? They started on turn 2 and have been in a fight with the Republic's, or the royal family. They've been in a fight with Photonhauer. Their civil war allowed Purity Initiative to steal Oninza, and I want people to remember this. So this is important about Oninza Libre, about Oninza the planet. There's one place, literally one place in the entire sector that has tech level 5 technology essentially, like, available to them, and that's Oninza. There's a reason why Purity grew up there. There's a reason why Oninza Libre is fighting so hard. You'll see. I think that more people are going to start taking interest in Oninza now that Andoni's defenses have fallen. Oninza is going to be another linchpin planet for gaining control of the sector. The New Prophet has been in kind of like a secret war with the Mandarinate of Majid over a certain, let's say, young lady. Nika Starlight has traded hands a few times and now belongs to the New Prophet. She's been reprogrammed and is about to be sent home. So we have the Org Mole there. We're gonna send her back to Majid, I think, today, and see what happens. The New Prophet also, they don't know it yet, but Hoveda is coming for their business. The New Prophet is a splinter of the Hovedan people. They're probably like a, I'm thinking they're probably like a Christian, like rebel group that split off in previous decades and have, they're now finding a new home on Strophios, but they're being chased down by the Hovedans. So Majid, slavers, they control a lot of industry on the planet Majid. We talked about them having access to certain fuel supplies. They're sort of buddy-buddy with the Madari Syndicate. They're essentially an amoral, money-powered, legalistic society. And right now, they just kick the crap out of some Purity Initiative goons who are on their planet. With these mercenaries that they have. So I think that they're going to get ready to expand their influence a little. They've got some plans. So the Madari Syndicate, they have been doing great. Like, they're installing new bases of influence. They have a base on Asa now. They have a base... God, they have a base everywhere, pretty much. And once they have 6 stealthed assets, they're going to have completed their goal and get a bunch of experience. The Madari have no direct competitors. There's no one coming after them directly. The Purity Initiative probably will in the future, but Purity is still too busy trying to like sort out their own home planet stuff. So what I think will be really cool is watching the Madari spread their shadowy tentacles until something else happens to change that. But until then, they're barreling on ahead. The Caliphate of Hoveda, we've only seen them really on screen for the first time. They're going to contest Strophios. From the New Prophet. And we'll definitely see more of Hoveda as we go. Now remember, Hoveda is a planet... Hoveda has one of the AI. So in this setting, and I'm going to... If people haven't already inferred this, there are VI which humans can make. Now... They reach a certain level of ability, but that's kind of where they stop. Human VI are programmed to do certain things, but I think that humans have kind of lost the ability to create true intelligence. And there is a race. There's a race of creatures, an ancient race, long fallen from their previously technologically advanced power. We called them the Shindalians. And they gave unto the world a number of AI, a pantheon, if you will, of incredibly powerful, unbreaked artificial intelligence. Now, humans have the ability to break AI. Even Shindalian AI can be broken, or breaked, I guess, in this case. But the true AI, real AI, were created by the Shindalians and populate the sector. One of those Shindalian AI found its way to the center of the Hovedan Caliphate and serves as their panopticon matrix, the all-seeing eye of the Caliph. And they also have a bunch of like really cool, what do we call them? The Mubadin. Basically, they're secret police, psionic secret police. The Mubarizun. So the Mubarizun are like the Caliph's Fedaykin. They are the sharp knife of the Caliph, and we had a quick run-in with them in the last session. They are incredibly dangerous, so keep an eye out for them as we play through. High Beam is just out for blood. They just want to kill stuff. They're pirates. That's their jam. They have been in a war, sort of, with Photonhour. You ready for you ready for another big in-system spoiler? This is a spoiler I let Jeff in on, so he knows now. But he's the only player that does. High Beam and Photonhour are the same people. The High Beam Navy had a split several hundred years ago, and they cracked and broke off. So the High Beam fleet are as well equipped, as well trained as Photonhour, but they're pirates. So, yeah. We have the remaining government of Andoni, the Andonian Armed Forces Remnant. The Andonian Armed Forces Remnant have been totally under siege from within. Cabral has moles on Andoni and have just been like disassembling their infantry, because Andoni, again, battleground Andoni, this is the graveyard of the Shindalians, and they're gonna try and take this place apart. So the WAF are under a lot of stress right now. And then lastly, Sunbeam Omnistellar, Aeson's home corporation. They've been booted off Asa by the High Beam Fleet, and they founded what do we call it? Sunbeam South on Thorkatla. So they've got that going now. They're gonna try to rebuild and then leap forth from Sunbeam South and try to take their planet back. Their shit is not good right now. They got beat on. Cool. Okay, so these are all the things that are kind of happening in the background. Now I'm gonna go ahead and add somebody. Don't y'all flip out. We're gonna add a new faction for today. Put them on my list here. All right, everybody ready? New faction. You want to guess what it might be? Okay, new faction. Survey says. Anybody got a guess? It's the Warmind. Yeah, you got it. So yeah, it's time. It's time to add the Warmind as a faction. I just can't have him floating around untraced. So we'll add him in and get him started soon, I think. Because, you know, he's important enough to have his own faction. He's gonna start getting assets and doing all that jazz. Okay. Cool. The Warmind. Congratulations on going legit, Warmind. Alright, let's get into the actual turn. So, we gotta determine turn order here. So, I'm gonna roll randomly for each one. We have 14 factions. And I'll just check them off on my notepad as I use them. So, let's go over the dice roller. We're gonna roll a d14. And I got a 13. Okay. All right. So we're gonna start with Sunbeam. Okay. Cool. Alright, so Sunbeam, I think that they need a new goal. So Sunbeam is right now, let's take a look at where they're at. Sunbeam Omnistellar. Oh, God, they've only got 5 things. They've got a bank, a base of influence, and post-tech industry on Asa. So back home, they don't even have manufactories anymore. In Thorkatla, they have a strike fleet to protect them, and they have this new base of influence on Sunbeam South. So I'm gonna set a new goal for them. So we're gonna look at our faction tracker. So here's all our factions. We're looking at Sunbeam Omnistellar right now. First thing, they get credits. So what we do is we add the income to the credits. So 22 is their total, which is quite a lot. They have technical expertise, which lets them treat all planets they have a base of influence on as if it was tech level 4, and they can build a starship on any world with at least 10,000 people. So that's nice for them to spread out. They don't have a goal right now, so I want to give them a new home planet. So let's make planetary seizure their goal. Alright, so they're going to try to seize a planet. There's no, they're going to try to seize Thorkatla, and basically become the official government of Thorkatla, because Thorkatla has a government. But let's take a quick look at the current Aeson homeworld. So it's in the Stasi system. 1 second here, I'm just taking a note to remind me to give everybody money as we go. Okay, so Thorkatla. This is a screen y'all don't get to see very often. This is what I use when I GM the game. It's my map with all the worlds or stations, and then I can click through and it shows me all the tags. So Thorkatla is a cold planet with a thick atmosphere, human miscible biosphere, so animals you can eat and plants you can eat. Millions of people live on it, and it's a Cold War and out of contact, so it's kind of left alone, or maybe its equipment is damaged. So so they're going to try to try to seize Thorkatla and become the official government of this planet. Now, if the players ever come here, we're going to have to figure out what the Cold War is, but I'm thinking what it'll be a Cold War between the new ASIN corporate government and the existing people of Thorkatla. We're going to make Thorkatla kind of like a cyberpunk planet. The corporations versus the people. The people too, and it'll be like, it'll be like the corporations versus like the giant like monolithic cowboy corporation trying to take over. So Thorkatla is like cyberpunk corporate dystopia, rad, but like weird southern corporate dystopia instead of like slick 80s dystopia. Planet mirror shades. Yeah, kinda. Planet cowboy mirror shades. Okay, so there's a Cold War on Thorkatla. These guys are gonna try to seize it. So to begin, they're gonna buy themselves something. So we're gonna buy. I already have an idea what I want. I'm gonna go buy R&D department on Thorkatla. All right, so let's go back to my asset tables. And we're gonna find, let's see, R&D. There we go, R&D department. So back under assets, I can just click here. I can add a new Sunbeam asset. Yeah, throwing in that R&D department. And then we just gotta tell the game where it is. So they've currently got their full hit points. It's a new facility. And it's in the Stasi system. So like, yeah, what are y'all complaining about? We're just building research and development. It's gonna be great. Oh man, yeah, Thorkatla is like a cold version of Cowboy Bebop. It's the Cowboy Bebop world. Like, just like, yeah, oh, that's gonna be so cool. Like somewhere between like Moscow. I think I'll probably make it like somewhere between Moscow and Texas in the way that the architecture and stuff is. So everybody's walking around in like cold protection suits with like cowboy hats and mirrored sunglasses. The buildings are probably shaped like they have like onion domes, stuff like that. Oh, that'll be so cool. Yeah, I'm so into it. Cowboy Russia. Oh yeah, fucking right. Lots of like Russian accents. Yeah, Titan from Cowboy Bebop. Yeah, you got it. Word. Okay, cool. So this is part of why I do these, because now, just based on a couple of things that we literally just made up now, I have a very intense, like, yeah, Leningrad cowboy hairstyles, perfect. Now I have a very good idea of what this planet is like when the characters go to visit it. So I can just make that note in my head. Now when I look at Thorkatla, I'm like, oh, damn, it's like, Russian freezing cowboy planet. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm super into it. So it'll be like the local people like running the shadows, all these weird like kind of Wild West cowboy influenced like punks basically trying to overthrow the new Southern American influenced like corporate overlords who are really just trying to like take over so there'll be a new planet. Yeah, new head of R&D. Hello, welcome to Professor Grigori's spaceship laboratory. We are building great spaceship for glorious travel. It's very impressive. Green fire is shooting out of back of it. Okay, so an R&D department, which will allow them to build on any TL4 planet they want. That costs them 18. So let's jump over and take away their 18 credits. 4. All right. Okay, perfect. Well, yeah, Horji points out that Onion Dome is too stereotypical, but yeah, I mean, I just put them on Orthodox churches, right? Russian Orthodox might be a religion there. I'm just saying generally, like, make the skyline kind of Moscow-esque. Okay, so Sunbeam is done, which means we have to roll again for a new faction. So whose turn is next? I'm gonna roll the same die and just ignore it if I get a same result. This time we got a 3. Okay, so a 3 on our D14 is the Pfotenhauer Society. Okay, so let's talk about Pfotenhauer for a second. The Pfotenhauer Society, I told them, I told Jeff, I said to Jeff, I emailed him, and I was like, all right, man, so here's what's been happening. You're in this horrible losing war with the High Beam Fleet. They're kicking the shit out of you pretty much every chance they get, except for one time when Miss Fate blew them up on Oninsa. What do you want to do, man? And his immediate response was, I stop fighting High Beam. I want to, like, call for a truce with High Beam. Which I think is interesting, because there's no like tracking of momentum. I'm gonna make it take a couple of months, but word has gone out from Mr. Sicarian to the High Beam Fleet to say, hey, my good friend Howard, why? Let me extend my hand to your tentacles, and we will extend the suckers of peace. So he said, no more fighting with High Beam, no more fighting with Oninsa. I just want to, like, try to, like, make peace with them and then find other targets to go after. So we're gonna slow Pfotenhauer's roll a little bit. Let's give him some money and we'll see what happens. So Pfotenhauer needs another. Jesus, they have so much money. Okay, so they -2 for their capital fleet. So 7, 6, so 5. They get 5 more, which makes them 34 credits. Man, I gotta buy them some stuff. Okay, so that last turn, they actually changed their goal. Jeff asked me to expend influence. So new goal, expend influence. And then this turn, I know exactly what they're doing. They're gonna buy a base of influence on a very important planet. Okay, so Pfotenhauer's going to buy a base of influence on Oninsa. I think they're going to spend 20 on it. So let's get that set up. Pfotenhauer Society, base of influence. This is a special asset. They're spending 20 on it. Starts with 20 hit points. And it's going to be on, that's right, Mr. Sicarian's home planet. You got it. And basically, this is going to represent Miss Fate putting the flag in the ground and being like, that's right, we live here now. We're setting up a permanent base on Sicarian's home planet. So we need to make there's a special action for this. So in the rules, when you expand influence, you buy a base of influence on which you have at least one other asset. So let's see what's on Oninsa right now. Oninsa, here we go. So lots of stuff on Oninsa. Pfotenhauer has pre-tech infantry on Oninsa. They're special. This is Fate's Rangers. I'm actually going to make them a special color so we remember. Make them blue. Okay. So Fate's Rangers is on Oninsa right now, so they're the ones setting up the base. And we need to see if they get attacked while they're building it. So each other faction rolls a D10 plus cunning against a roll that Pfotenhauer has. So let's pop over to my tab here. Hold on 1 second. Okay, cool. All right, so here's what we're rolling. So D10 plus what's cunning for Pfotenhauer? Pfotenhauer's cunning is 5. Okay. All right, so D10 plus 5. So the number to beat is 15. Shit, is that even possible? Wow, they're so cunning. They're so cunning. Okay, so that means that on Oninsa, let's see, High Beam's blockade fleet gets to make an attack. The Madari Smugglers get to but choose not to make an attack. Oninsa Libre will get to attack. And Photonhauer, or Impurity, gets to make attacks. So that's 4. Let me make a quick note. Oninsa has nothing to attack with, so they're not going to. So it'll be 1 times High Beam and 1 times Purity Initiative. Yeah, perfect. Okay. So let's jump over and make those rolls. Oh, I need to. Oh, shit! There it is. I went all the way around. High Beam's Cunning is... What's High Beam's Cunning? Anybody remember off the top of your head? 5? Oh, so it's possible. High Beam might get to blockade them as they attack. Purity Initiative has 4. Okay, so Purity Initiative I'm not going to bother rolling because they can't do it. And then High Beam gets a +5. So let's see if High Beam can roll a 10. Otherwise, the base just gets built. No dice. Okay, cool. Success. So, buy base of influence on Oninsa. No attacks. Total success. Okay, rad. So, Photonhauer now has a base of influence on Oninsa, which is a big deal because they can start building assets there, and they can consider how they want to interface with the Purity Initiative going forward. They might also help Oninsa Libre get back on their feet. Kind of a, hey, sorry, we were just following orders. Let's make something new. We'll see. I'll keep asking Jeff about that. So new base on Oninsa, big success. Well done. All right, back to a roll to see who's next. So D14, and we've got coming up on the big board 2. We got a 2. So Purity Initiative. Okay. So the Purity Initiative, you remember, I think they failed at their attack on Majid. Yeah. So they moved their Vanguard cadre to Majid, tried to attack Majid. It didn't work. They're really having some trouble. So what I think that I'm gonna do is I'm gonna buy them. They're better at political power than anything else. Oh, also, yeah, they achieved their goal. Sorry, Photonhauer, yeah, they got their goal. All they needed to do is expand their influence. So Photonhauer, expand influence. They succeeded. They get 1 experience because there's no one to stop them. And now they'll need to pick a new goal for next time. Thank you for helping. Good job, Math Squad. Okay. So let's do Purity Initiative. So they're gonna buy some more political power to use against Majid. This is gonna be a simple turn for them. They've got 19 now. They get 4 more. 23. And I'm gonna buy them another party machine. So I'm gonna double this. So many party machines. So you're gonna have 1 at home. This is like the foreign embassy, and they're gonna try to send it to Majid and politically disassemble their enemies. So let's buy that for them. So this is Purity Initiative, and God, they're bummed about losing DeSoto for sure. 10 hit points, and the party machine is let's see, where is it again? Oh yeah, it's on Majid. No, it's on Oninsa. God, Oninsa's a busy planet. Oninsa, I've always said this. I've said this since the beginning. Oninsa is our Tatooine. Okay, cool. Purity Initiative, buy a party machine. Let's go and update the sheet and figure out how much it costs. Drink. So they have 23. Party machine costs them 10. So it brings them down to 13. And cool. Okay. So that's good for those guys. I'm just gonna write down their tracking information. Let me just get your tracking number. So created new. I'll use the lingo of the game. Bought party machine on Oninsa. There we go. Okay. So, bought the party machine on Oninsa, and we are good for Purity. Okay, let's see who's next. 14. 1. Okay, Richardson. Big spotlight characters soon. Oh, yeah, thank you. Pfotenhauer actually was contested. They get more than 1 experience. So... no, they weren't seizing the planet. They were expanding their territory. Let's look at the goals. Expand influence, +1. Oh, if it's contested. Yeah, sorry. So they just get the 1 extra. Yeah, see, this is why I have you around. Because you do these things for me. Pfotenhauer has 2 experience now. Correct. Thanks, everybody. Okay, alright. So Richardson. Richardson has been in the news of late. They've got all kinds of stuff that they've been doing. They're kind of buying above their means, so they're getting a very slow trickle of credits. But we're gonna try and set up some new opportunities for them. Their new goal, because they have to pick a new one, is expand influence. They're gonna start to branch out. So I'm gonna go and mark that first. So new goal, expand influence. And then they're gonna do something. So I'm gonna activate their abilities. So let's go see what we can activate for Richardson. What do they own? Richardson on the asset tracker has. I kind of love Richardson Scientific. Like I've been hinting at them. If you watch me do this, if you watch me play this. Or even, if you're careful watching the game, I insert hints about Richardson being kind of behind a lot of stuff, or at least related to it. I'll drop their logo on stuff. They're very much a sort of sneaky in the background kind of operation. I see them as being like one part the Rand Corporation, one part like Aperture Science, I guess. Yeah, they know more than they're letting on. I'm making moves for them intentionally ahead of what they should know. I'm playing them smarter than they should be because there's some secret stuff happening. I haven't decided what it is yet, but I definitely know what they're doing. Yeah, they're a little Wayland Yutani, totally. Yeah. Into it. Cool. Okay, so they picked their new goal. They're going to activate abilities. Let's see what they have. They've got harvesters that they can use. The surveyors are really what I wanted to use. They can be moved to any world. They've got covert shipping as well in the same area. So what we're going to do from Andoni is we're going to move these surveyors. We're going to move them off Andoni, I think. Richardson, I think, so here's what I think is happening. Richardson and the Republic of Cabal are working together. Nobody knows this. This is a big secret, but Richardson is explicitly using their R&D and their collected knowledge. They're using it for the Republic of Cabal. I think maybe in the future the Republic might just like buy Richardson, but for now having them separate is an important thing. Richardson has kind of its own thing going on, but all this AI research and everything is definitely in service to oh, this is a good idea. I'm going to make a note of this. So, Richardson CEO or whatever, maybe the CTO. That's more fun. So the Richardson CTO is secretly an AI cultist. Some French guy. And and he's allowing all of this stuff to happen. Yeah, I like that. Cool. Okay. All right. So secret French. He's from Cabal, and he's been moving the company to more like AI related research and stuff. He's the guy making Maltech when everybody else just wants to make like harvesters. So Richardson has 2 harvesters to activate. So 2x harv. And then moving the surveyors. So we're going to move the surveyors we're going to move those. But let's do these harvesters. So each harvester rolls a d6, and on a 4+, we get 1 faction credit. So 2d6. 5 and a 2, so we get 1 fact cred. Alright, so... So the Gunhild gas harvester operates. +1 cred. Harvester on Andoni fails. And we're gonna move for our faction action. Move Surveyor to another planet. So let me find that in a second here. So that gives them 1 more point towards their scavenging. And then for anyone who was asking, a Surveyor allows you to expand influence more easily. So we're gonna move them. Let's look at the asset tracker. So the Surveyors are on Andoni, which is in Gunhild's system. I want to get them to Oninsa so they can move to Strophios. They're going to move to Strophian space. They're not going to land on Strophios, but they're in transit. Move Surveyor to in transit to Oninsa. Get some of that hot TL5 technology. Okay, cool. So Richardson's gonna start. You can see there's this tech race now happening for Oninsa. Now that the war is basically over, now that Pfotenhauer has put down their guns, a bunch of other factions are gonna be like, oh shit, let's get in there. So yeah, I mean, this wouldn't surprise me, and don't hold me to this, because this, I imagine this in like 20 more episodes, but I wouldn't surprise me if there was a faction on here eventually called, oh, I don't know, like Shindalia Reborn or something. We have like an alien faction that awakens. It depends on a lot of stuff that happens with the AI and everything, but I can very much see the Shindalians being like a thing, because they exist. There are Shindalians, but all we know is that they've sort of fallen from grace. That modern Shindalians are different in some fundamental or distinct way. Maybe they've been damaged by the Scream or something, but something very bad happened, and they're not capable of being the like glorious faction they were before. Yeah, poor Victor. He'd be so interested. Okay, cool. Let's keep going. So I gotta move that Surveyor because you're in Strophios now. So Strophian space. Strophios, where we saw our first intergalactic bounty hunter, and we saw Nika for the first time. Nika Starlights. Okay, who's next? Boop, boop, boop. 13 we rolled already, I think. Yep, 13 was Sunbeam. Let's try that again. 6. Okay. The new prophet. Stave's favorite. So the new prophet, Christian splinter religion that fled from the Hovaden Caliphate, fled the Great Empire to start their own jam. They've locked down the planet Strophios, and now they're finished seizing it. So they will have seized it by the end of this turn. So I'm gonna have them focus exclusively on seizing it because this occurs at the end of the turn. So I'm gonna have them skip their turn to change goals to planetary seizure because I want them to get the experience for it. Yeah, planetary seizure. Okay, and then they complete their goal. Done. Boom. Nope, that's up here. Come on. There we go. Alright. So a bit like of a dull turn for the new prophet, but now they have their own planet. They're the official government of Strophios. So we're gonna adjust them. We're gonna bump these guys down a line. And we're gonna go planetary government. Yeah, there we go. And they're the planetary government of Strophios. And their goal is the same, or they stop to change their goal. So their goal becomes planetary seizure, and then planetary seizure gives them 1 experience for the new prophet. Okay, so they're going to need to pick a new goal next time, but they succeeded. So the bubble planet of Strophios now falls under official, like the official state religion is the new prophet. It's just part of their religion now. So that's cool. Sorry, it's getting warm in this space. So what I like about the new prophet is that people always assume that the Purity Initiative are the religious wackos, but what's really funny is that the Purity Initiative are secular. They don't have a religion, really. They're humanists in the sort of most extreme sense of the word, and it's the new prophet that's really wacky. The new prophet and the Purity Initiative do have some aligned goals, though, so I think that they're going to join forces, especially when Hoveda comes in to step on the new prophet. So let's watch that happen, because I think that we're done. Oh, I got to give them their money. Drink. I was on the right page already. So they get another 5, so they're up to 9. Okay. Cool. Next. I think I'm actually more than half done, so after this I'll stop rolling the D14, and I'll actually roll a number of factions. Okay, so high beam. High beam, high beam, high beam. Oh, Dodgepong says factions don't get money if they change their objective. Perfect. I will fix that. So they go back down to 4. Thank you. Thank you, Palm. So Svarti, the seizure completes at the end of the turn. It could be interrupted by Hoveda. No, they have to, the terms for the planetary seizure is, they have to destroy all unstealthed assets on the planet belonging to them, and their blockade prevents anyone from landing on that, on the planet, that turn. I don't think there's anyone else on that planet right now. Let's check. Technically, like, oh no, you're right. You're totally right. The organization moles of the popular movement both stop that from happening. Oh man, bummer. Bummer for the new prophet. Okay, so what happens then is if the assets cannot be destroyed, they have to attack all unstealthed assets on the planet. And then it continues the attempt. So none of this actually happened. They have to fight against the existing assets that are on the planet. Cool. Okay. So let's just go back real quick to the faction tracker. We'll kill this line, and we'll work out. They're still gonna have planetary seizure as their goal. They have 0 experience, and now they got to attack. They got to try to clear the planet. So on Strophios, the new prophet has the Demagogue. They have Nika, who they're not going to use. They have the Blockade Runners, and then Orgmoles and Popular Movement. Okay, so here's what's going to happen. The Demagogue, the prophet. So it's going to be Demagogue, which is Special Forces CVC. Okay, so it's Cunning versus Cunning. And they're going to attack Hoveda with the Demagogue. So the Demagogue basically just gives a speech. The Demagogue says, well, no, they still... Oh, yeah, they don't have a goal. It was intelligence before, right? Yeah. And they had done 2 of... There we go. Okay, all right. So it's all back to reset, and they get their income for 9. So they get to re-roll their Cunning. They basically have advantage on their Cunning. So they might do okay. They're going to attack Hoveda. Hoveda is going to defend with the Popular Movement. So basically a bunch of Hovedans land on the planet and are like, no, remember your past. Strophios, the great glorious empire of the Caliphate, comes to save you from this false prophet. And the new prophet is like, no, shut up. We're the best. The prophet does well by you. Strophios is holy land. Repel these invaders. And it's basically an ideological battle between the 2 assets. And if I like anything, it's ideological battles between asshats. So we're looking at The cunning of the new prophet, so 6, versus the cunning of Hoveda, which is 8. But we got advantage on our attack roll. So let me make a record here first. So on Strophios, and then with Demagogue. Oh my god, what if the prophet dies? He'll become the new martyr. Oh, that'd be intense. Alright, so defended with popular movement. Okay, let's see who wins. Are you ready? Is everybody ready? Alright, so this is the attack. So D10 plus, what did I say, 6. And then we roll again. We take the better of the two. No, okay, so a 10. So now the defender is going to roll D10 plus 8. And we'll see if we can get better than 10, which they almost certainly can. Bam. Okay, alright, so the prophet, it's a fail. And then there might be a counter. So if you're looking for, we're looking at the popular movement, has a counter of only 1d6. Alright. Whose powers? Political powers. Alright, so the demagogue takes 3 damage. So there's some effigies constructed of the demagogue. The prophet is like lit aflame, carried around the streets by this new like insurgent religion that starts to build on Strophios. Hoveda has definitely got Strophios in its sights. So yeah, bad scene. I like it. Okay, sorry, the prophet. You're having a rough day, man. First it was Nika, and now this thing. Okay, good. So that's it for them. Who do we go on to after that? It was High Beam, right? All right, High Beam. High Beam, basically their job is to just attack everybody. So let's see if there's anyone they can get at this turn. We're gonna give them their money. Oh my god, they have so much money. So -2 for the capital fleet. So 5, that puts them at 31. And they are pirates. Oh, and I need to damage the prophet. Yeah, thank you. Demagogue now has 7 hit points. Oops. Oh, yeah, that's my alarm too. 1 second, I just gotta fix something here for the video. There we go. Okay, cool. So, anyway, I wanted to show. Hold on, can I edit this? Yeah. Okay. So I wanted to show High Beam as being like highly piratical, highly just like ready to cause damage to every possible thing. So let's just look at who they're in sectors with and what they can mess up. So the High Beam pirate fleet, they have, oh god, a capital fleet in Thorkatla. Okay, bunch of stuff in Pelasgon, no big deal. They've got a blockade fleet on Oninsa, so we're gonna attack. We're gonna attack with all kind of shit. Yeah, let's do it. Okay. So we'll do them one at a time. Oh, you know what? Does Strophios, do they have more things they can attack with? I forgot. When you attack, you can attack with as many assets as you have to attack with. So does the new prophet have other options? They have their blockade runners that they can attack with. And they have blackmail. Okay. Well, let's do it. I guess. Yeah. It makes sense. Cool. Okay, so we'll attack with them too. I forgot about that. Yeah, you can just go nuts with your attacks. You can get real. Okay, so they're also still doing Strophios. We'll get back to you in a second. Pirates. Attack Helvetian Caliphate with blackmail. and they're going to attack Hovaden Caliphate with blockade runners. Okay, so they're going to defend. And we'll see what happens. Blockade runners has no attack, I'm being told. Let's take a look. Oh, no, it doesn't. Perfect. Okay, good. I don't have to worry about them then. So just blackmail. So while the demagogue is giving a speech, there's secret agents working to attack. So same roll, D6 or D10 plus 6 versus D10 plus 8. And they're defending with the same people. So D10 plus 6 versus D10 plus 8. It's gonna do the same damn thing. Yeah, fail. All right, so defended with popular movement. Failed. Counter is, and they're not gonna risk Nika. Nika is a special weapon. They only have advantage, I think, once, like one roll per turn. I think I used it up already. Let me double check. Sunbeam, or what am I looking at here? The New Prophet. Yeah, Machiavellian. Yeah, once per turn. Yep, they've already used it. So, okay. Failed. Counter is a D6. Whoa, 6 damage to blackmail. Does that destroy it? Going all the way around again. Blackmail has 4 hit points. Yep, that destroys their blackmail. You can't blackmail the Caliph. You cannot blackmail the satrapies. Your shit is fucked. Alright, blackmail is wrecked. Okay, now we can do the pirates. So the pirates, similarly, are going to attack. They're going to attack Sunbeam on Thorkatla. They're going to attack... who should they attack on Onitsa? Let's take a look. So High Beam's got, Thorkatla. So they're going to attack Sunbeam. Thor with Capital Fleet. They're going to attack... I think they have Asa and Oninsa. So they can attack... Sunbeam on Asa. And they're gonna attack somebody on Oninsa. Let's attack... I think the war's still going on. I think Pfotenhauer is gonna get attacked. So they're gonna attack Pfotenhauer on Oninsa. They're gonna attack this new base. Or they're gonna try. They have no reason to attack the Purity Initiative. They're pirates. They go after the weakest people. Maybe they should attack Oninsa Libre then. Well, let me look at their goal, and I'll attack based on that, because that's how you play games. Military conquest. So they want to destroy force assets. So yeah, they have to go after people that have force assets to defend with, which is perfect. Okay, so let me update. Sunbeam on Thorkatla with Capital Fleet. Attack Sunbeam on Asa with... What do they have on Asa? They have... Oh, maybe they don't have anything to attack with on Asa. No, they don't. They've just got blockade runners and covert shipping. Okay, so skip that one. So Sunbeam only gets attacked once. And they're going to attack Pfotenhauer on Oninsa. Unless this is also a blockade fleet. Let me check. So many blockade fleets. Yeah, it's a blockade fleet. Oh no, hold on. They've got an attack? What is this? Oh, was I looking at blockade runners before? Okay, yeah, there's two kinds of blockade. Yeah, blockade runners don't attack, but blockade fleets do. So yes, so I'm doing it right. Okay, good. So with blockade fleet. So Photonhour is probably trying to get resources in to build their base, and High Beam is like pirating them. They're just blasting their ships as they fly into the sector. So if you haven't watched this before, one of my favorite things to do about it is that after I'm going to put together a fictionalized account of all this as the Galactic Newsnet, and then hopefully Mr. Venzetti Aeon will pick it up and run it out. But I love it. I love justifying this stuff in the fiction and then presenting it to the players and to the audience, to folks who are not among the chosen who have joined us here today. So let's find out if Sunbeam survives. They're going to defend with... yeah, check it out on Asa. High Beam doesn't have... They have blockade runners, not a blockade fleet. So they can't attack. Just to clear up somebody's answer or question there. Yeah, blockade fleet can attack, blockade runners cannot. Keep that in mind. Okay, all right, let's do it. Let's do the thing. So defending in Thorkatla is the strike fleet of Sunbeam. So defend with strike fleet. Survey says it's going to be a force v force, so we're looking at God, Sunbeam always loses these fights. 5v8, and neither of them have any special stuff. So rolling 5v8. Roll d10 plus 5 versus. This is the attack is d10 plus 8. We're gonna roll a d10 plus 5. Oh shit! Holy shit! All right, the strike fleet holds off the capital fleet. That's so cool. All right, so the strike fleet, scrappy like squadron of fucking X-wings, holds off the Star Destroyers, and gets to do some counter damage. So, goddamn, that's awesome. This is why we play role-playing games, because the dice. Alright, it gets to deal a d8 damage to the High Beam Capital Fleet, which is kind of a big deal for them. So let's do that. Roll a d8. Yeehaw! A whole 7 damage. That is not bad. Alright, Capital Fleet repelled. The Cowboy Squadron, they're down to 23. Wow. I'm impressed. Good stuff, Sunbeam. Okay, so now attacking poor helpless Photonhour. And so again, this is what happened last time. Fate's Rangers have like anti-air weaponry now. So the pre-tech infantry is going to defend to set up the base. So Fate's Rangers. And now remember, Fate's Rangers shot down an entire strike fleet last turn. So, see what happens. So Photonhour and High Beam, we're looking at Force v Force. There, I did it again. Photonhour, oh, here we go. So it's a straight roll, D8 versus D8. So this is the attack. This is the defend. Oh, Fate's Rangers take damage. Okay, so it's a success. How much damage? Fate's Rangers have... They're not at full health. Now they've got 6 hit points. High Beam is able to deal... let's see, where are they here? Oh my god, if they don't kill them, I'm gonna hostile takeover them next turn. Oh my god, that'd be so cool. A hostile takeover, like Miss Fate defects to High Beam. Anyway, if they don't get killed, we'll see what happens. So the High Beam fleet is using their blockade fleet. Okay, it's... oh no, it's Force versus Wealth. Okay, I gotta re-roll it. Yeah, Force versus Wealth, thank you. So in this case, it's actually a D8 versus a D10 plus 8 versus a D10 plus 5. Okay, so we're gonna reroll. It's a force versus wealth. So roll D10 plus 8. This is the force. A D10 plus 5 for the defense. All right, they did succeed. Okay, cool. So it's force versus wealth here. It's a fail. And oh, it's wealth, not cunning. Okay, well they failed anyway. It's the same result, right? Plus 5 or 7 still would have beat them. It's fine. It's cool. We got it. So that fails. Fate gets to counterattack, and it's a nasty one. So Miss Fate, yeah, this one wouldn't even matter. Miss Fate does 2d8 plus 2 damage as counterattack. You cannot touch Fate's Rangers. All right, let's see. So if they can do 8, they shoot down the blockade fleet. Everybody ready? That's it. They shot down another fleet. They shot down the blockade fleet. God, I didn't even look at the damage. It was 12? 11. Okay. 11 damage to blockade fleet destroyed. All right, blockade fleet. Boom. Toast. That's wow. They are just the Fate's Rangers is kicking ass. Like, there's a reason, I guess, that she's so she's so well known. Sorry, High Beam. Your blockade fleet just got wrecked. Get wrecked. Anyone who tries to attack the Oninson version of, I'm gonna heal Fate when she gets a chance, but for right now, she's just kicking the shit out of these guys. Spaceships blowing up. They've destroyed 2 entire fleets from the ground. Come at me, bro. Alright. Good. That was something else. Miss Fate, you're pretty cool. Okay. So let's roll to see. What we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We got 7 factions left, so D7. We're looking at faction 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The double AFR, Andonian Armed Forces Remnant, the battle for Andoni. This is, they're going to continue attacking Cabal. They're trying to fight back against this internal damage that they're having. So they're going to fight on Andoni with post-tech. They're like, we're being attacked. Our assets are being stolen out from under us. Like, let's look at how badly off they are right now. So the Andonian Armed Forces Remnant, they have 2 things. They have post-tech infantry that's already really beat up, and a base. So they're going to try to attack Cabal, the Republic of Cabal, and Cabal will defend with the organization moles because they're working out for them so far. So defend with moles. The moles I don't think have a counterattack. Okay, cool. So it's going to be force versus force with a D8 damage. So this is force v force. We're looking at... Oh, and I got to give them money. Sorry. Faction tracker. They need to get their cash. They have 10 now. There we go. Solid. Okay. All right, so force v force for these 2 is 4 v3. Okay, so this is the attack. What did I say? 4v3? God, my memory's so bad. Yeah. The attack is 6. The defense is 10. Okay, so no success. God, these poor bastards, like, they're just like desperately trying to figure out like who's tearing them apart from the inside, and it just won't work. Like, their intelligence systems are failing. All of their OSs are being rewritten in French. It's a mess. Now let me check. They're warlike, so they get to roll. They get to roll again. So let's see. Let's roll the attack again. So D10 plus 4. They might still get to do it. Ah, there we go. Okay, cool. So they did. They found some moles. They managed to find some moles and execute them. So let's see how much damage they do. Their warlike helped. Attack la French. So it succeeded. And let's see. Moles take how much damage? Andonian Armed Forces deal 1d8. Okay. One. Wow, they found one guy. Like, oh, who knew it was Jean-Pierre? Jean-Pierre, you betrayed us, Jean-Pierre. Like, drags him out and fucking shoots him. Jean-Pierre was a mole, but there's like a ton more, so too bad. Okay, everybody else changed their name to John Peters after that. Organization moles on Andoni dropped to 7 hit points. Okay. Fine, good. We're finished with them. They attacked. They're just desperate to seize control of their planet. But these organizations, these French, they're tearing us apart from inside. So that means that I need to roll again. So rolling a d6 now. All right. We're looking at the first on the list, which is La Republique. So the Republic of Cabal, I have a note, continue to assault Andonian defenses. So this is going to be their attack. It me, Jean-Pierre. Yeah, exactly. So they're going to attack, and they're going to do what they did last time. They want to basically take them. They want to just take them apart. They want to finish the job. So the Republic of Cabal, wherever they ended up, here we go. Same exact thing is going to happen, but in reverse. So Le Republique, they are doing a Orgmol CVC attack. Doing a CQC attack. I'll give them their credits here. So they have even 20 now, and their cunning is 6. 6v1. Okay, this is much less likely to go well for Andoni. Plus 6. This is the attack. Oh, 7. Okay. 10 plus 1. And the defense. Oh shit! An 11. All right. So the attack failed. Maybe the moles are starting to get rooted out. So a counterattack from the infantry would be 1d8 damage. If they can get a 7 or better, they'll kill the organization moles. Nope, 4. Okay. Alright, so 4 damage to moles. So maybe corruption is finally being rooted out of the Andonian Armed Forces. Maybe things are turning around. Maybe these secret French science nerds are going to be routed from the planet. Stay tuned for more. Okay, cool. So that's Cabal. They got to attack. They have nowhere else that they can attack. All their other resources are on Andoni. Maybe they need bigger guns. Maybe they need some cyber ninjas. I don't know. We'll figure it out. They're gonna need to figure out their new plan. So I'm gonna roll again. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to roll. Let's see what happens. Rolled my d5. I got number 4. Hoveda. Okay, so Hoveda is going to fight back, right? They're gonna fight on the New Prophet. They're gonna fight the New Prophet on Strophios because there's a war. This is a very attack-heavy turn. So attack New Prophet on Strophios with what do they got? They got popular movement and something else, right? These dudes have Hoveda, they've got Strophios. Wherefore art thou, Strophios? Here we go. Org moles and a popular movement. So they're going to attack with both, and they're both CVC. Okay. So, org moles, and then, oops. Rather, copy, paste, and they're attacking with org moles and pop movement. So they're attacking them from without and from within. So I think that the New Prophet is going to defend against the organization moles with, well, let's see what they have to defend with. I gotta remember to give Hoveda their money. There we go. Okay. So they're gonna defend themselves on Strophios with, what do they got? Anything with a counterattack? God, the Demagogue? I don't think so. Let's see. They're gonna defend with transport lockdown, I think, and blockade runners. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, so they're gonna block with check this out. Let's do blockade runners first. So they're gonna try to like stop support from getting onto the planet. So defend with blockade runners. Or no, what was it called? Yeah, they're gonna defend with their blockade runners on Strophios. Yeah, okay, cool. So they're gonna, do that first. So it's CVC, so we're looking at Hoveda. Thanks, Tyretops. Hoveda has a cunning of 8, and the New Prophet has a cunning of 6. So 8v6 for these ones. Here's the attack. And here's the defend. Wow. So the blockade runners successfully defend, so it's a failed attack. The organization moles are going to take some damage. Org moles take 2d4 damage. The org moles take 4 damage. So 4 damage to moles. Alright. So these Hovedan moles, they're finding that the it's not so easy to unseat the New Prophet, is it? And then they're gonna attack with their popular movement, CVC, same thing. And I'll block with the. Can I block with the same thing in two turns? Attack success. The defender has a base of influence. You can opt. It doesn't say. One at a time against a defending. A defending can ask. Oh, here we go. A defending asset can defend as many times as the defender wishes. All right, so they're going to block with the blockade fleet again. So basically, they're just using their blockade and the runners thereof to just try to like hold them back and keep people from getting to the planet to make it worse. So let's do that again. It's going to be 8 versus 6. D8 or D10 plus 8. This is the attack. Roll D10 plus 6. This is the defense. Wow, okay, we got a tie. So this one is a tie. Both of them get hit. Damage to popular movement is 2d4. Okay, 3 damage to the popular movement and damage to blockade runners. Does the popular movement have a counterattack? Yeah, 1d6. Okay. Three. Okay, so same damage. There we go. Okay, cool. So the Hoveda is trying to like close the grasp that they have on Strophios with these organization moles, with their popular movement. They're basically starting the civil war, or did that? Did I do that wrong? Not a counter? Hold on. Yeah, popular movement, counterattack, one here, 1d6. Oh, they get a regular attack. Oh. Okay, so hold on. I need to re-roll those. Yeah, I thought that they just countered each other, but no, they both just do normal attack. So 2d6, and then blockade runners don't do anything, right? Let me double check. On a tie, both attack and counterattack succeed, with both the attacker taking. Oh, okay, so yes, it's they get an extra d6 to cause damage to. I see what you mean, to the Strophian asset. So let's roll that again. I'll just basically throw another d6 at it. There we go. So 5 damage to the blockade. Okay, so popular movement takes 3, blockade takes 5. Popular movement is down to 13, and the new profit blockade is down to 1. Okay, so the blockade got all fucked up on the way in, and they managed to cause some damage there. Cool. Okay. Solid. Thank you. Okay. So I've got Onin Libre, Majid, Madari, and Warmind left. So let's roll some dice. Okay, number 3. That would be the Madari Syndicate. Okay, so Madari, they're going to activate their abilities. And they're basically, I just need to move them. They're going to make drugs, like they always do. Post-tech industry on Vinaya. Let's see if they gain any faction credits for that. Madari Syndicate gets 5, so they have 11 now. So they're making drugs. David would be so sad. They're making drugs, and they're gonna get some credits from that, hopefully. That means the Madari post-tech gives them a d6. 3 to 5 is 1, 6 is 2. Okay. Bam, 2 fat creds. Good batch today. Blue Fever in November, or Blue Fever in February. Hot stuff. And then they're also going to move their smugglers to Cabal, so they get 1 more towards their goal. So move smugglers to. So they're on 603 now, and smugglers can move 1 for a fat cred. Yeah. Okay. Let's look at the map. So in 603, which is here, they move 1 and they land in Cabal. All right. So there's smugglers on Cabal now. God, the Madari are everywhere. So that gives the Madari smugglers Cabal in Le Système Fhorugi. Fhorugi? Yep. Good vintage. What sector is that? 602? Alright, so they've planted a stealth asset on another enemy planet. So that bumps their asset tracker, or their faction tracker, up by 1. Now they gotta pay for that, so that goes down to 19. But they move towards oh, sorry, that was the wrong people. Madari, here we go. They go down to 10, but now they're at difficulty. They got 4 of 6. There's only 2 places they need to put their their stealth assets, and then they get 6 experience. The Madari play the long game. They play the like supreme long game. They're going to be really powerful very quickly if warehouses don't continue to explode. Alright, Oninsa, Majid, and the Warmind. The Warmind's turn is going to be short this time, but I want to talk about the Warmind's plans. So we'll do that. Okay, so D3. Oh yeah, thank you. They deserve their 2 from the drugs. I'll do that in just a second. Alright, 1. So Oninsa Libre. So I was reminded I need to give the Madari 2 more for drugs. And now Oninsa Libre gets 2. And God, so here's what's going to happen with Oninsa Libre. I think that their leader I forget what his name was, but their current leader, like, he's gonna go, and he's gonna put down his AK-9000, and they're gonna give up their goal of seizing Oninsa. The war is over. Too many have lost their lives, so they actually don't get there. They're gonna change their goal. They still live, they still exist, but they just can't win anymore. They can't keep fighting, and with Pfotenhauer, building up their shit, now, they're giving up on the war, but the battle's not over, my friends. No, the battle's not over. So they're gonna change, and they're gonna become a guerrilla force, and they're gonna blood the enemy. So instead of trying to seize the planet, they're just gonna be like, fine, you know what? You can have legitimate planet. We're done. The revolution is over. They're going from communist uprising to like an anarchist guerrilla force now. Now it's time to burn this mother down. It's not about taking back what was taken from us. It's about fuck you. You're gonna burn. So they're waving. They've put away the red flag, and now they're waving the black flag, and it's time. It's time to really fuck shit up on Oninsa. So they're gonna go into hiding. They're like in peacetime now, but they're gonna hide, and they're gonna build some more assets. They're gonna get some big guns, and maybe Miss Fate would like to help burn some shit down for them. Yeah, they're basically. I'm making the move from them to be like. Brave freedom fighters to functionally like terrorists. So we're gonna see if that's a better tack for them. Plus, they're way more likely to get experience that way. So it's time to raise the black flag and turn this thing around. So that's gonna be a fun one to write. Let's go and add them in here. So Oninsa Libre, abandon the cause of taking up legitimate government. Change goal to blood the enemy. And now we're gonna burn this mother down. Alright, cool. Sold, done, ready to go. Okay, cool. So Oninsa Libre, yeah, they're like, fine, you can have the government, you can have the parliament, you're corrupt anyway. You hire these foreign mercenaries to kill us, you kill our people. Fine. We don't want to be in charge your way. We're going to destroy you. And now it's just about vengeance. So, pretty into that. We'll see how that goes. They're way more punk now than they were before. Let's do Majid, and then we'll close up with the Warmind. Majid is in kind of a rough spot, right? Like they had Nika taken from them. They were attacked by mercenaries. I think Majid is getting kind of sick of this, and they want to go and get involved in the new situation on Oninsa. And actually, this is a really good idea. Okay, so I think there's a change in leadership. I'm going to make some quick notes in my GM notebook. Yeah, I took back their income. They're down to 3 now instead of 5. Thank you. So yeah, GM notebook time. What we're gonna do is Majid. There's a new leader in Oninsa Libre. New leader in OL. There's a big change. This new like anarchist leader takes over, and he or she broker a deal with the Mandarinate for guns, bombs, whatever. Basically, this is this is like Germany making a deal with the Bolsheviks at the end of near the end of World War I to be like, well, go destabilize Russia. So Majid is like, yeah, we'll send you some mercenaries. We're gonna help pay you to destabilize the Purity Initiative, and then we're gonna come in and help you fuck them up so that we can seize parts of Oninsa for ourselves. So like I said at the beginning, Oninsa is attracting all of this intense energy. So what I want to do is move some Majidi mercenaries there to start blowing stuff up. So these guys are going to activate their abilities. First I gotta give them money. So Majid Mandarinate. They're gonna get their 3 fat creds. and they're gonna start a proxy war on Oninsa by way of these, like, I want to rename them. I don't want to do it now, but I'm making a note here. Oninsa Libre needs a new name. Start thinking about it. It's not about freeing Oninsa anymore. It's about, yeah, it's about vengeance. It's about destruction. It's about, like, they're a lot more extreme now. So start pondering what that might be like. Maybe somebody start a thread on JP's subreddit. Put a big reveal, like a big, like, hey, things are spoilery, but Oninsa Muerte. Oh, that's a good one already. Like, long live Oninsa. Oninsa is dead. Oh, that's hot. Okay, well, that's the front runner. Thanks, Triss. Yeah, on fuego Oninsa. Yeah, burn Oninsa, burn. I like Oninsa Muerte, though. That's so badass. It's like, we free the planet, kill the planet. Like, we gotta kill everybody. Ah, it's so cool. All right, Oninsa Caliente. All right, so we'll rename them. I'm gonna make a note that we want to rename these guys next time we come around. Remind me next time. So Majid is gonna move their mercs to go and assist their new friends. Oninsa Sangre. That's a good one too. The blood of Oninsa. God, Spanish is such a great language. Especially for, like, revolutionary stuff. That all just definitely comes from Castro. Like, you can thank Castro for that, and then the Spanish Civil War. But anyway, activate abilities. So what do they have that we can move and do stuff with? So the Majidi Mandarinate. They've got shipping combine. Yeah, they got mercenaries. Oh, you know what though? I'm gonna do something else with them first. So I'm actually gonna buy something. Ninja training. We're gonna buy ninja training. We're buying stealth for the mercenaries. Stealth costs. Let's see. Stealth costs some amount. Here we go. Costs 3. So we're gonna buy that for our mercenaries. Mercs. The second blue. Okay, perfect. So mercenaries, Majid, they are now stealth mission. So now when we send them to Oninsa, they can sneak in and then start wrecking shit up. So that costs 3 from the Mandarinate. They're down to 4. Cool. All right. So let's talk a little bit about the Warmind. I don't want to assign assets or anything yet. I just wanted to add the Warmind as a reminder, a reminder that they are big enough now. So here's the thing. Here's the thing about the Warmind, right? So the Warmind is as Pi said, the Warmind is a broken shard. The Warmind is a piece of a greater thing. The Warmind is a brilliant killer and nothing else. It seeks only to subjugate and destroy. It was created as part of a larger network of artificial intelligences. There was some kind of war. A civil war maybe, among the Grand Chandalian Empire. What we ended up with was this broken. We know that Pi is somehow connected to the breaking of the Warmind. They're opposed in some way. We don't know if they're the same or not. The Warmind is a he. The larger entity is a they, because there's more than one piece. The rest of the Warmind's shattered parts I don't think exist. I think the Warmind is all that's left. Pi is connected in some way. If you remember that little cutscene I did back from Ancient Chandalia, I think that they crafted Pi in some way to disable or stop the Warmind. Anyway, the Warmind is now it's wandering the sector, seeking ways to upgrade itself to become a bigger, better killing machine. The ship, the Harridan's Heart, is a Maltech-powered ship. It uses nanomachines to create... this is all crazy, Earth-obsessed captain, Mr. Ossuary? Mr. Ossuary is crazy. So he had this Maltech engine that he was hoping to use to jump to Earth, right? Because he wanted to go back to Earth. So the nanomachines got integrated into the Warmind when the Warmind took over that ship. So the Warmind is able to now possess people, possess other entities, other machines. It's able to integrate in a way that no other AI has ever been able to do. If, for example, it encountered the High Beam fleet, it could just absorb the fleet. So I want to come up with some cool rules for him being able to steal other assets. So, like, he might go after the High Beam Capital Fleet and be like, pew, 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 okay, you're mine now. The Warmind just wants to destroy and then eat the remains of what it kills, so it can become stronger. It's straight up just like a killing machine. That's its main goal. Become more capable of killing and kill forever till there's nothing left in this sector but a blasted ruin. Which brings to mind the question, why did it let Pi live? What effect did Pi have on the Warmind that set it back and made it say, okay, hold on, we'll let your friends live. I'll let you live for now. How is it that Pi is pretty much the only thing that the Warmind has been able to say, you know what, it's cool, I'm going to step back, and I'm not going to destroy you. Yeah, so I'm going to come up with some rules for that. I think I'll probably start it as a combination. The Warmind is a combination capital fleet / base of influence that can move. And then also we'll start buying other assets up. Space stations, planets, and then, Jesus Christ, watch when the Warmind finally hits another faction's planet. Like, you think it's bad on Thorkatla right now, wait until the Herodin's Heart shows up. Then also, this way it'll allow you as viewers to tune in to the GM turn and be able to track exactly where the Warmind is in any given month as I move the piece around. So that if you know, if I'm like, oh yeah, the Warmind is currently hanging out in Sector 604, and you all see a mission that's like, oh, let's go to Sector 604, you know the Warmind is coming. And I think that for a lot of people, that's why you watch these shows to begin with, right? It's so that you get dramatic irony. When I say, like, yeah, you see a TV broadcast that talks about Fate's Rangers shooting down a spaceship, y'all can look at each other and know that you know exactly how and why that happened. Yeah, cool. So there we go. This has been faction turn number 14 for Roleplay Swan Song. I believe that this faction turn, this is February of 3201, and pairs up with episode 36 or 37. This is between those two episodes, which if I wasn't a dick, I would have said at the beginning, but sorry, kids. Yeah, so that's it for now. I'm going to be doing one of these every in-game month or every time they complete a mission. So keep tuning into Swansong. Keep coming back to my channel. If you missed any of it, all of the previous faction turns, 1 through 13, are all available on my YouTube channel. I'm not embarrassed, but the first Swansong GM turn is the first stream I ever did. So if you want to know why Math Squad is called Math Squad, or you want to watch me nervously stumble my way through a stream, that's where you can go and do it. So from my YouTube channel, go check that out. Follow me on Twitter @SkinnyGhost. That's it for this GM turn. Thank you for coming.